The depth of man's downfall and the mercy of God. Dear friends, we have seen in the previous stories that Israel forsook the Lord and followed the customs and gods of the surrounding nations, and continuously sinned against the one true God, Jehovah. Each of them walked in ways they thought was right, and neglected God's warnings. As a consequence of that, in the 9th year of Hoshea, the 19th king of Israel, Salmanasar, king of Assyria, took the Israelites captive to Assyria. These things happened during the 4th year of the reign of Hezekiah, the king of Judah. Hezekiah was the grandson of Jotham, son of Uzziah, king of Judah. Though Jotham did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, his son Ahaz was not like that. He walked in the way of the kings of Israel. He even burned his son as an offering according to the practices of the nations whom the Lord drove out before the people of Israel. And he sacrificed and made offerings on the high places and on the hills, and under every green tree. Therefore the Lord his God gave him into the hands of the king of Syria, who defeated him and took captive a great number of his people, and brought them to Damascus. Apart from the king of Syria, the then king of Israel, Pekah, too came against Judah. They killed 120,000 people from Judah in one day, including the king's son. Ahaz had battles one after the other and faced losses. The Edomites and Philistines too came out against Judah and captured their lands, and carried away captives. For the Lord humbled Judah because of Ahaz, for he had made Judah act sinfully and had been very unfaithful to the Lord. At that time everyone feared Assyria, a growing power. Syria and Israel stood together against Assyria. However, Ahaz did not want to join them. Because of this, Syria and Israel together came out against Judah. They planned to defeat Judah, overthrow Ahaz, and keep Tabeel, whom they liked, in his place. Hearing this, the hearts of Ahaz and his people shook with fear. Even when he did not know what to do, he did not turn to God. Yet God remembered his covenant with his servant David, and sent Isaiah the prophet to Ahaz. God told him not to fear the kings of Israel and Syria, for their plan would not work. But Ahaz did not listen to the words of Isaiah. Yet God let him ask for a sign as proof of his words. However, Ahaz's heart was hardened too much to return to God. He did not want help or a sign from God. Even after knowing that Ahaz had gone astray from him, God gave Ahaz a promise to mankind as a sign. This was the sign that God gave Ahaz who sinned against him. The virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Emmanuel means God with us. Even after getting the promise that Emmanuel was with him, he neglected it and sent messengers to Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, asking for help. He accepted his request. So Ahaz took the silver and gold that was found in the house of the Lord and in the treasures of the king's house, and sent a present to the king of Assyria. Then the king of Assyria marched up against Damascus and took it, carrying its people captive to Kir, and he killed the king of Syria. Then Ahaz went to Damascus to meet Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria. He was attracted to the altar that he saw there, and King Ahaz sent to Uriah the priest a model of the altar and its pattern, exact in all its details. So Uriah the priest made it before King Ahaz arrived from Damascus. When Ahaz arrived, he took the bronze altar which was in the Lord's temple and kept this one in its place, and he burnt offerings on it. He removed a lot of things from the house of the Lord to please the king of Assyria. Ahaz cut in pieces the vessels of the house of God, and he shut up the doors of the house of the Lord. And he made himself altars in every corner in Jerusalem. Thus he angered the God of his fathers. Ahaz forsook the Lord, and took a portion from the house of the Lord, and the house of the king and of the princes, and gave tribute to the king of Assyria, but did not help him. Later Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, came against him, and afflicted him instead of strengthening him. Yet in the time of his distress he became more faithless to the Lord. Ahaz, who came to the throne at the age of 20, ruled Judah for 16 years, and died at a young age. They buried him in the city in Jerusalem, but they did not bring him into the tombs of the kings of Israel. And Hezekiah his son reigned in his place. We will see how Hezekiah ruled in the next story. God bless you.